Well, it's a big night, of course. It is in Sheffield. We've seen some fantastic nights in Sheffield, and it's a big night for Kid Galahad because you're a main eventer now. There's no messing around. Kiko Martinez, who of course we know all about, and it's one of these fights that in some ways it's no win. You're meant to deal with him now because you're at that level, but we know that he still possesses a lot of danger.
100%. And look, Kiko's been this level for a very long time, and he's always been either European or above, or world champion. That's the level he's stuck at, and he boxed for. I think he boxed for his first European title at 20 years old. He's 35 years old. That shows you he must be doing something right. And the way he is, and like, I don't know, I'm a student of boxing, so I'll sit there and I'll study fighters and just see what they're doing. Kiko's one of them kids. I mean, when he boxed, your friend Scott Quiggan, I thought it was going to be a really, really tough fight for him because Kiko can fight. He's got long arms, he can punch, he's strong, he's fit, he comes forward, his head movement's better than people think it is, and he's one of them kids people kind of underestimate him because they think, he's a bit up and, straight up and down, he just comes in lines, and he doesn't. He's a very clever fighter, what he does, and he's good, and that shows, to be at this level, you must have something about you.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think me and you was just talking on air, and you mentioned it, the fights he had with Josh Warrington, Scott Quigg, you mentioned before he walked onto the shot, the Zelfa fight, he really, really pushed Zelfa. Was this the kind of opponent you needed? Why are you waiting for the Navarretes, the Lee Wood, Malcolm? Was this the kind of opponent to give you that little bit of fear factor? No, we know, if he lands.
Look, the thing was, in the top 15, there wasn't really, every time we wanted someone, no one really wanted it. And Kiko Martinez, I rang, I said, well, why don't you put Kiko in? Because I know he'll take the fight, because he comes to fight. He's never been in a fight and never fought.
Not brought it.
He brings it, and that's what I wanted. I wanted someone who was going to push me to, push me even further than I need to be pushed, and that's it, And look, at this level, you've got a target on your back, and I'm just focused, To me, people might say, has your life changed? Is it different to being a world champion? It hasn't, I'm just focused. I just want to, every fight, I'm just want to get better and better and better, and I just want to move up the rankings and, win more stuff, of course, but it's just step by step, and that's it, innit? You just got to just stay focused on what you're doing, You can't take your eye off the ball because one shot can change it all.
I've seen how dedicated you are. I know the self-belief you have, which probably comes from just how hard you work. Next year, there's 2 fights that can be made. I'm guessing one of them being the winner of Lee Wood, Michael Conlan, and I know the Navarrete fight, that's the one you want. Is that the perfect 2022 for you? Listen,
it is, but the thing is, it doesn't really matter, because we're still in 2021. Yeah. We're fighting Kiko Martinez on the 30th of November, and, I don't want to go in there and just beat Kiko. I want to go in there and I want to do a job on this guy. I want to do a job better than anyone else has done a job on him. And I'm going to go in there and seriously hit him. That's what I want to do. I'm not looking, past them. I know what he can bring because he's had some bad decisions in the past, against Warrington, against Zalfa, and I've had a bad decision against Warrington. I'm not blaming the referees or anything or saying this or that. That's just what they saw, and that's it. And I respect the decision what they've made. But I'm not leaving it to the judge's hands, and I believe that's the mentality he's going to bring on Saturday night, and I believe it's going to be a very exciting fight.
There's a bit of pressure on you as well, isn't it? Because Sheffield's always had a lot of boxing gyms, a lot of very good fighters. We know that, Kel may well be fighting him here now down the line, we don't know, but he's from the same stable as you. Is there pressure for you to keep the flag flying? There's some great fighters in Sheffield already, but you've got this massive stage now.
100%. Look, in this gym we've had, not even in this gym in Sheffield, we've had Clinton Woods, we've had...
Ryan Rhodes, let's go.
Ryan Rhodes won the European.
Sorry.
Have you said Brian Rhodes?
No, I said Ryan.
Oh, I've said Ryan. Yeah, sorry. I'm just saying, like, world champs, we have Clinton Woods, Kell Brook, Johnny Nelson, Junior Witter, Nassim Hamed, the King, and who else? The guy where they used to have.
Sheffield.
Yeah.
No, Jamie was Doncaster, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Jamie McDonald was Doncaster, wasn't it?
Oh, the Sheffield champion recently.
Yeah. No, this was years ago. This was back in the day. Barry Hearn had him.
Paul
Silky Jones, Paul Silky Jones.
World champions. Right, but I'm saying we've had great champions. We've had, like you said, Harold Bomber Graham, probably he should have won a world title. Yeah. Ryan Rhodes, another one. And there's loads in there, and that's the thing. Boxing's very rich in Sheffield, and people love it. That's what we rarely produce boxers, and we produce mass good level boxers, just like Manchester, and that's the thing in it is it's one of them you have to keep it going, and you know, boxing is changing bit by bit, and you know, hopefully, like we just see on the undercard here, we've got these kids like Dante Dixon. He's the next one going to come through. You know, we've got another guy called Shaquille Thompson, who's another good kid. You know, and that's it. You know, it's letting them know that they can do what I do. I wasn't as good as them. You know, I was nowhere near as good as them, and I believe these guys are going through better things than I have.
Yeah. Listen, all the best for Saturday night. We're looking forward to an explosive performance, mate, and you staking your claim again for being the #1 in the division.